What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I wanted to give you a general piece of advice when it comes to filmmaking. And more specifically than filmmaking, when you're working with clients, when you're working in the field. I've only been doing freelance videography for the past few years. I've made corporate videos for different businesses, agencies, organizations, for specific departments within a business that explains what they do. And I've also made corporate videos for more outreach purposes, where they want to take a specific service or product and explain it to the general public. And I'm not really talking about commercials, though I have made those in the past. In this video, I'm really talking about the corporate video, where the focus on the video is less advertising, less marketing, and more just getting the audience to understand what it is the video is about, but also still do it in a fun and engaging way. And so that's what I've been working on over the past few years, trying to make videos that present a product or service well, but also do it in a way that's fun to watch for the audience. That means I've experimented with different styles, different camera tricks, different ways of editing. And there's one very important lesson that I've learned as I've tried out these different techniques. And it's that clients don't really care about fancy. They don't really care about your camera angles or the transitions you use, or to a certain extent the gear that you use. At the end of the day, when it comes to a corporate video, your clients just care about the content. They care if you presented the subject in a way that's clear and easy to follow. Make sure your video makes sense, that it's not confusing. Now, having said that, you do want to hit the basics. You want to make sure your camera's not jerking around the entire time. You want to make sure you can actually hear what's being said. Also, make sure your image isn't completely dark too. Good lighting is good. A lot of times if you're using actual employees in the video, they really care about how they look in the video, so make sure you focus on lighting them well. But when it comes to cool little camera tricks or editing techniques, make sure it always comes back to support the content. Let me give you an example. So I made a video for a hospital near me about a lung cancer screening that they do. The point of the video was to present what the screening is, who it's for, what are the requirements to taking it, what the process of the screening is like, and we also included a patient in the video to give a testimonial on their experience with the screening. Now in the video I had this segment where I wanted to show off a bit of the hospital. I had images of the hallways, signs, and I strung all those images together by using whip pan transitions.
Be treated through surgical removal. This does reduce lung cancer advanced stages by 20%. The earlier we find the lung cancer, the easier it is for us to treat it. Annual lung dose screenings.
But the problem with this whole sequence was that it didn't really tell us anything about the lung cancer screening process. It showed off the hospital a bit, but the hospital wasn't the main subject. So it just felt out of place, kind of random. And they asked me to take that whole sequence out of the video. So I took it out, replaced those images with just images of people talking. And the clients were happy with that. Also in this video, I wanted to get this wide shot of the entire hospital from the top of a parking lot that was across the street. The parking lot had an elevator that faced the hospital, so I had this idea for a cool transition where as I was going up the elevator, there would be this cool little mass transition as you're going up the elevator that would transition into the actual full shot of the entire hospital.
We are able to keep the patient here within the counties without having to travel for care. Finding cancer early is the key to success.
And I love the idea. It was a really cool way for me to try out this transition, but the clients got back to me and said that the window on the elevator was dirty and they didn't really want that in the video. So I had to take out that cool transition. And instead, I just did a straight cut to that big shot of the hospital. They wanted me to take that elevator shot out because the glass was dirty and they didn't want to give off that sort of impression to the people who were seeing the video, which was completely understandable. So with those two things, although the techniques I used I thought were cool, they didn't really add anything to the overall video, which was the lung cancer screening process. So remember that the tricks and techniques that you use in your video must be able to support the content of the video. If it doesn't add anything to the subject or to the business or organization that this is for, then you think twice about including it. Your clients care about high quality, professional looking videos that they can show both internally and also externally as well. Make sure you nail the basics, which to me are like your lighting, your audio quality, your shaky camera, and worry about the cool little techniques and transitions, the flair aspects of your video. Worry about those once you have your basics down. So yeah, that's a little piece of advice I have when it comes to making corporate videos. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow.